Craft Club, Craft Club, Craft Club. We're all gonna craft at Kevin's Summer Camp Club. You will craft and I will craft and we'll all craft because it's Summer Camp Craft Club. Summer Camp Craft Club. Now everybody on the right, you're gonna go, Craft Club, yeah. Everyone on the left, you're gonna go, ooh, ooh, ooh. Everyone on the right, Craft Club, yeah. Everyone on the left, ooh, ooh, ooh. Here we go, all together. Craft Club, ooh, ooh, ooh. Craft Club, ooh, ooh, ooh. Craft Club, ooh, ooh, ooh. Shazmara Craft Club. Okay, I have to get down to doing this pin thing because I'm not even halfway done. I gotta get on this, y'all. I'm not done the blue. I'm not done anything. What are y'all making? Are you making stuff with me? Please say you're making stuff with me, or at least you're having breakfast and you're not just watching me freak out about this goddamn sequence pin pushing into the... Okay, see, I'm freaking out and now my hands are not steady and I'm not able to do it. So I have to peace and quiet with the push pin unicorn. That just never will end. How are you all doing? How's your summer going? I'm going to be here until the winter, it seems like. I think what I need to do, okay. I think what I'm going to do is if I cannot finish this in this episode, which it sounds like I can't, I'm just going to put all of the colors into the right row and in place and then just push the pins in because I've been doing this for too long and I think it needs more prep work. And I really had only allotted for this to be like 3 to 5 episodes and we're now on episode 7 of me pushing pins in to this gosh darn piece of styrofoam. What is my life? What is my life? I used to be successful. I used to have a career and now I'm pushing sequins and pins into styrofoam and it's not my favorite thing. Do you have memories of a child in the summer and camping? What did you like to do as a child? Comment if you had any fun memories of being a child and enjoying the summer because I did used to like the summer. I am very much like, I used to love the beach, but now I don't like the dirtiness and I don't like getting dirty. So I'm no longer a beach person. I used to like going, I did go camping with my family before. I have gone camping with I know that's hard to believe. I know y'all are like, Kevin went camping? I was forced to. That was when I would be forced to do it because especially I think my family was like, you have to experience new things because you're a child. And I was like, ugh, fine. And then I went on these things and I realized I don't like them. So as an adult, I don't camp. I do not camp. And you know, my brother takes my nephew and niece out and my sister-in-law. They take my nephew and niece out into the wild and they go camping. And I'm like, that sounds terrible. They're camping right now. And they're like, do you want to come even just to sit with us? And then you can go home at night. Because they're not too far from me. And I was like, that sounds terrible. I don't even want to sit in the forest. I do go to the forest to walk. I do go hiking in the forest because I'm allergic to so many things. But for some reason, I'm not allergic to the forest. I think it's because that's naturally how the forest is supposed to have, you know, forest. That's naturally how the forest is foresty. The problem with the cities is we plant all of these unnatural things and then we're stuck with them and then they're all like fighting each other, trying to pollinate each other. And that's how you get sick. That's how your allergies start up. Okay, the sprinkles are sprinkling. I'm gonna make sure they don't get everywhere. See, this is what you do as an adult while you're crafting. You make sure they don't get everywhere. But as a kid, messy, because the parent has to clean it up, not the kid. Yeah, I remember camping once at a lake and it was when I was, I think 14 or 15. And I remember like back then I used to have a very like whimsy, right? Like childhood whimsy. And I remember because it was the first time I'd really seen stars at night, even though I lived in Vancouver, which is a very nature-based area. I had to not see stars because there's light pollution, right? So in this case, it was the first time I saw stars and also shooting stars. And I don't know if y'all are like religious or believe in some kind of bigger picture. I've lost that feeling of, a God or someone watching over me or taking care of me. I think the universe still has some power behind it, but I've lost that like spirituality with as I age and as I get sadder in life. But I do remember at that time wishing upon a star, and I remember that's so cheesy. So cheesy, but I saw a shooting star and I was like, I'm gonna wish upon that star. And I made a wish. I was like, I want to be a pop singer. And like within 2 weeks, I got a call from Hollywood. From a record label that was putting together a boy band for Quincy Jones's label. And it came out of literally nowhere, which is why, I think Hollywood people do say that of like the call that changed my life. It was kind of the call that did change my life for a long time, because it did come out of nowhere, and it came from, I thought, wishing upon a star. Now that I'm older, I'm like, maybe it wasn't so much the star, maybe it was just a little bit like, this is how people just do call people when they're interested in like having, dropping. There's sparkles on the ground. Okay, I did finish the blue, y'all. Did I finish the blue? Yes, I finished the blue, y'all. So now all I need is the green, the purple, and the pink. And I'm doing the green next because it looks like the green is the most. We're moving faster, y'all. We're moving faster here. So that I do remember viscerally because it was like on a lake. Cultus Lake? Cultus Lake, is that a thing? I remember viscerally wishing upon a star and then the dream coming true. And now as I'm older going like, maybe it's not that, because I've been waiting and wishing upon other stars and nothing has happened. And now I'm unemployed and depressed. I do think it gets older, like the whimsy of the world like starts to leave you as you get older. And that's why I'm crafting now. Bring me whimsy. Bring me hope and spirituality. My neighbor's like, what the hell? Because I also never have this window open, so they're probably fascinated that the window's open. They're like, what's in this room? It's none of your business. It's none of your business that it's sequins and push pins and styrofoam and a never-ending craft that is just never-ending. It's not your business. So you just leave me alone. I'm just kidding. It's what it is. This is where we are. I do remember one really bad year, though. I wouldn't even... Okay. So basically, my mother, my mother is... let's see. How do I describe this? She's very much eccentric, and she's similar to me, except like she has hope. But we do have similar humor and stuff. But I remember she was going through a hard time with my father. They've since divorced. But she took my brother and I to Portland, Oregon. And we didn't know what was happening, my brother and I. And we went to visit like our relatives. Are they technically our relatives? I don't even know. In Asian culture and many cultures, they just call everyone auntie or uncle. And it's like, are you related to me? I don't know. Are you like, who are you? Who are you? What is this? What are we actually related? We went to Portland and we had a pretty good vacation seeing my family. And then at the very end, and my brother and I didn't know what was happening. But at the very end, we were driving home and it was just my mom and my brother and me. And my father was not on this trip and we didn't know why. And so when we got to, we started to go home, and then halfway through, my mom drives and she stops on the side of the road at like a cliff. Kind of like an out view. This is how I remember it, at least. Maybe my memory has over dramatized it, but we're at the edge of some kind of cliff, and we've just had a vacation in Portland, and she decides to tell my brother and I then that her and my father are getting a divorce. But not only that, she had to get a surgery because she had like some kind of pre-cancerous thing, and she had to go under and have a surgery. And we were on the top of a cliff, which would have been perfect time for us to just jump off. That got dark. I'm sorry. I would not have jumped off. Please do not jump off. We need all of you. We need to live. We need to live and outlive our enemies. But it was so weird that it was a cliff. I just remember it being like the top of a mountain. The side of a road, the top of a mountain at a cliff. My mom's like, hey, I'm getting a divorce and I'm sick and I have to have this surgery. That's something I remember. That is a vacation. Like when we talk about unforgettable vacations, that's one of them. And my mother had the surgery. She's fine, obviously. And my father and her divorced. And then I became estranged from my father. And so again, another memorable vacation. I think that's when people are like, it doesn't matter what you do, just make it memorable. I would reconsider that. I would come up with other ways of putting that because, we're living a hard time. This is a hard time in history, okay? It's like, okay. But that is a memorable one for me. What else? I've told you about the dolphin one, because the dolphin one was me swimming with dolphins. And, I used to go to Miami a lot because Miami was quite cheap to fly to and to stay in. And I quite liked Miami, and I felt like I was like my true gay self there. This was before I drove around, though. That city is not equipped for going anywhere. And this was before Uber, so you had to taxi everywhere. And it was not a great transit city, and I don't know if it's changed. I've not been in a long time. But, I'm trying to think of the last time I went to Disneyland too. Disneyland is fun. It's when it's not crowded, which is almost never. But if you can get it on a time when it's not crowded, it's actually quite lovely, I think. But what do I know? Okay, I'm just gonna put these, I'm gonna do this last row because I'm running out of time today. But tell me in the comments if you had, what is your, I guess it's not your best. What is your most memorable vacation? Mine, thanks to my mother, was going to Portland and then stopping on the side of a cliff and her telling me that she was about to go under to have a surgery, and also that her and my dad were getting a divorce and that he would then eventually be estranged from me. And that is the story. I love how long this is taking. This is gotta be the most ridiculous of the crafts, and it is taking me so many episodes to do. But I am determined to finish this in the next episode. And I think what I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna take some time to put the colors of the glitter of the sequins down, and then in the episode we shall pin them. Because we need to be done with this. Because this, not only is it getting glitter everywhere, it also needs to directly go straight into the garbage. Because who wants this, in their house? And y'all are gonna be like, donate it and give it to someone. I'll take it. No, I don't wish this upon you either. Because it'll, at some point, erode, and then you'll get pins in your hands, okay? And this is not this is a memorable vacation summer camp. Anyway, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for joining me for another fun episode as I retape this of Craft Club, Craft Club. We're all gonna craft at Kevin's Craft Club. You will craft and I will craft and we'll all craft because it's Craft Club.